Welcome to Personal Development Mastery Podcast, episode 535. I'm your host, Agi Keramidas, and this episode today is very unique. It is a personal message from me to you who are listening to this podcast right now. It is a message from the heart that I felt I wanted to share with you. We are near to 6 years of Personal Development Mastery Podcast, and for me it is now more important than ever to understand who I'm speaking to. And maybe I can't meet each of you personally and find out who you are, even though I would like to, and I have envisioned an event either in person or virtual. But anyway, I digress. My intention for this message today, this message from the heart, is to speak directly to you and reflect back how I imagine you listening to this right now and every week. And I know it's a bold task and it has its perils because I might be completely wrong or even make a fool out of myself if I'm way off. But I will do it anyway. This message from the heart wants to be shared. It is authentic. And with my journey as your host in the podcast, authenticity and vulnerability are two traits which I have always embraced and demonstrated. So the first thing that I imagine about you is that you are a professional who has, over the years, built a structured life, a respectable life, career, family, stability. You are successful by most standards, intelligent, educated, and respected in your field. You have done what's right, and perhaps your friends see you as someone who has it all figured out. And also, if I were to guess, you have been on the path of personal development probably for years. You've read the books, you've taken the courses, you've attended the events and the retreats. You believe in personal growth. Despite all this, though, quietly, or perhaps not so quietly, you feel disconnected. There is a persistent inner restlessness, an inner voice that you can't ignore. Perhaps you have reached a point where you ticked the boxes of what life should look like and you realize that you want something more. Not necessarily bigger, but deeper, more true, more aligned. So I don't know if that is you in any way, but I will carry on guessing. And the reason why I'm guessing this, it's because I've been there myself. Not once and not twice. You want your next chapter to feel aligned, purposeful, and truly yours. but perhaps you're not sure how to get there. If that's the case, what I would like you to consider is the cost of this. Unfortunately, there is a cost of remaining unclear about this. It's like drifting. You hesitated decisions, then you rethink it and the momentum drifts back. This becomes weeks and months. This hesitancy and second guessing. It reminds me of that quote, "Of all sad words of tongue or pen, the saddest are these. It might have been." I will check in here with you for a moment and invite you to take a deep breath in and out. If you are in this situation, it's quite likely that what you need is not more information, but clarity. It reminds me, there is a Greek myth which you may have heard about, Ariadne's thread, ο μύτος της Ariadnes. In the myth, the hero, Theseus, enters the labyrinth to face the villain, the Minotaur. So once he fights and wins, he is in a maze, a labyrinth, and on his way back he manages to survive by following a thread that was given to him by Ariadne. And by following that thread, guides him back out. And I see this as a metaphor. The labyrinth is the life that looks good on paper. The thread is clarity. And the point is not to keep going into more corridors to try, but to hold one true line, the thread, and follow it. This clarity can come from a trusted guide, someone who has walked that path, someone who can help you cut through the noise and reconnect with what really matters. So if I have described you to some extent, if you are at a crossroads, navigating a transition, or feeling called to a next chapter that is more purposeful and intentional, I invite you to my one-to-one coaching and mentoring. Imagine if you found the clarity you were looking for. Imagine taking bold action towards that direction. If this resonates, do not wait for the perfect time. You are listening to this right now. Life will keep filling your calendar with things. So start with a commitment right now and choose to take a small action. Explore how coaching could look like for you with visiting personaldevelopmentmasterypodcast.com/mentor. Just fill in your details and I will personally come back to you. The link again is personaldevelopmentmasterypodcast.com/mentor. And to close this episode today, I want to acknowledge you. I see you on your journey. and I'm here to support you. One of my mentors says, change is the raw material for creation, rather than a problem to be solved. Let me repeat that. Change is the raw material for creation, rather than a problem to be solved. I want to thank you for letting my voice be part of your journey. And I will tell you again, you are not alone. There is a path. Clarity is possible. Stand out, don't fit in.